The galaxy burned with war, but on Earth, life went on quietly. Human cities were battered, smoke curling from damaged buildings, yet the people worked with calm determination. While alien fleets fought across the stars, Earth's greatest minds focused on a project no one in the galaxy could have imagined. Deep underground, far from prying sensors and alien eyes, massive facilities hummed with energy. Engineers, scientists, and military officers moved quickly, their movements precise, almost like a dance. Machines larger than skyscrapers shifted with silent efficiency. Holographic displays projected star maps, alien fleet movements, and complex equations that no alien could understand. Commander Elena Voss, one of Earth's top strategists, walked through the lab. Her sharp eyes scanned every station. "We are running out of time," she said softly. "The aliens will strike soon. But they will not find us unprepared." Her team nodded. Each human understood the gravity of their task. They were not just building a weapon, they were building a message to the galaxy. Earth was not weak. Humanity could not be ignored. Outside the underground facility, satellites monitored alien fleets. Their sensors picked up dozens of massive vessels moving in formation, all aimed at the outer rim of human-controlled space. Alien empires laughed openly at reports of human resistance. "They are fools," said the Varkon admiral, his tentacles tapping impatiently against the console. "They have no chance." But the humans were ready. Every calculation, every component of the weapon had been tested in secrecy. Small prototypes had already been launched into space, disappearing without a trace. Alien spies tried to intercept them, but their signals were scrambled, their AI confused. Humans had anticipated every possible intrusion. In the heart of the facility, a massive chamber stretched for miles. Engineers moved along catwalks above a glowing, pulsating core. This was the center of the weapon, a device unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. It hummed softly, almost alive, its energy contained within layers of protective fields. Dr. Ilya Korsov, the lead scientist, turned to Elena. "The energy output is stable," he said. "Once fully activated, it will be beyond anything the aliens can counter. Entire fleets could be neutralized before they even reach our orbit." Elena's eyes narrowed. "Then it's time to prepare for the test. We need to show them humans are not weak. But it must remain a secret. The galaxy cannot know what we are truly capable of, not yet." Above Earth, alien sensors flickered and beeped. Something in the readings made them pause. A small, controlled burst of energy had been released from the outer atmosphere. It was minor, too small to be noticed by most, but enough to make alien analysts nervous. "What is this?" Yaurek demanded again, frustration clear in his voice. "It cannot be human technology, yet it is. Impossible." Across the galaxy, whispers spread among alien fleets. "Earth, they are stronger than we thought." Some dismissed it, others considered retreat. Every fleet was distracted now, unsure if the humans were preparing a counterattack. Back on Earth, the team continued to work. They were building more than just a weapon, they were building hope. They knew the galaxy had written them off, called them weak, small, unimportant. That doubt was their advantage. The humans had patience, cunning, and a determination no alien could predict. Elena moved toward the command console. "Begin simulations," she ordered. On the holographic display, alien fleets appeared, projected against Earth's defenses. Energy beams, pulse cannons, and strange, impossible weapons lit up the map. Every alien tactic was tested. Every weakness was analyzed. The humans planned not just to survive but to dominate. Hours passed. Days blurred. The hum of machinery became the heartbeat of Earth's secret project. And as the facility glowed under artificial light, one truth was clear: the galaxy would not see this coming. Not yet. At the edge of human-controlled space, alien scouts detected anomalies again. Ships vanished. Signals scrambled. Fleet movements slowed. Confusion spread. And in the quiet of the galaxy, the first real signs of human power began to appear. No one could understand it. No one could stop it. And Earth waited. For every alien laughing at human weakness, there would soon be a lesson learned. The weapon was nearly ready. Humanity's patience, intelligence, and courage had created something the galaxy could never imagine. And when the time came, the galaxy would fear humans. The galaxy was restless. Reports of strange energy bursts from Earth had spread among alien fleets, and unease was replacing the confidence that had once marked their campaigns. Every empire underestimated humanity, yet every alien fleet now moved with caution. Something was happening on that small, blue planet and no one could explain it. Deep within Earth's secret facility, humans were ready. The massive weapon had been tested countless times on simulations, but now it was time for a real demonstration, though carefully, far from any inhabited system. Commander Elena Voss stood on a glass walkway, staring down at the glowing core of the weapon. "This will be the first test in space," she said, her voice calm but firm. "It must be controlled. We cannot afford mistakes, not yet." Dr. Ilya Korsov nodded. "All systems are green. Energy levels are stable. The targeting matrices are calibrated. Once we activate, the aliens will know we are no longer weak, but they will not know our full strength." Elena's team moved with precision, checking every console, every safety measure. Outside, the orbital satellites tracked distant alien fleets, their sensors unable to detect what was about to happen. A small human probe was launched first. It carried a minor version of the weapon, a test unit designed to measure reactions without causing catastrophic damage. As it left Earth's atmosphere, its energy field pulsed softly, invisible to the naked eye but impossible to hide from the most sensitive sensors in the galaxy. Moments later, alien scouts detected something unusual. Ships monitoring Earth's vicinity reported a burst of energy, a pattern too precise, too deliberate to be natural. "It is human," one alien analyst whispered. "It must be. But it defies logic." On the scout ship, Commander Yaurek's claws tapped nervously against the console. "Prepare all weapons," he ordered. "If the humans are attacking, we must strike first." But nothing attacked. Nothing moved. And then the scouts themselves began to vanish. Small ships, lightly armored, disappeared in seconds, leaving only faint traces of energy behind. Panic rippled through alien command centers. No fleet had ever vanished like this without a trace. Back on Earth, Elena watched the data streams. The probe's energy pulses had neutralized several distant drones, disabling them before any response could occur. No lives were lost. No planet was harmed. And yet the effect was clear. Even the smallest manifestation of human power could destroy alien technology effortlessly. "This is just the beginning," Elena said softly. "They have no idea what is coming." Across the galaxy, alien empires scrambled. Fleet commanders argued. "It cannot be one planet," one general said. "No species should have this capability. They must have allies somewhere." "But no," another replied, fear in his voice. "We have scoured every report. Earth is alone. Yet even a small signal from them, it destroys our systems before we can act." Alien leaders could not understand it. Every calculation failed. Every assumption about humans proved wrong. The galaxy had written off Earth as weak, and that mistake would soon cost them dearly. In the following hours, humans monitored the effect. The first strike of the weapon had worked perfectly. Systems had been disabled, alien scouts neutralized, and yet no one knew the full scale. Humans smiled quietly. Patience and planning were their greatest strengths. Elena turned to her team. "We have made our mark. But we must remain hidden. The galaxy cannot know the full power yet. They must fear but not fully see. That fear will work for us." Alien scouts continued to report anomalies. Entire wings of ships vanished near the outer rim of their controlled space. Confusion spread. Fleet commanders demanded answers, but no one could explain the disappearances. Fear replaced arrogance. Every alien empire now wondered, how strong were the humans really? Even among the youngest alien officers, rumors began to spread. "What if they are preparing something larger?" one whispered to another. "Something unstoppable?" The fear was subtle at first, like a whisper in a crowded hall. Then it grew louder, spreading through every fleet, every command center. No alien could ignore it. And that was exactly what humanity wanted. Back on Earth, the team celebrated quietly. Their first demonstration had been perfect. They had not attacked any inhabited planet, yet they had shown the galaxy that humans were no longer weak. Even the smallest strike of their weapon had proven their power. Elena looked at the stars and smiled. "They think they understand us," she said. "But they don't. Not yet. And when we show them the full strength, the galaxy will never forget Earth." The message was clear, though invisible. Humanity had arrived, not with fleets, not with conquest, but with a weapon so powerful even the largest empires feared it. And as alien fleets trembled in uncertainty, Earth prepared silently for the war that had already begun, not above their skies but in the shadows of the galaxy. The galaxy was restless. Word of the humans' weapon had spread like wildfire. Fleets that had once moved confidently through the stars now hesitated. Every empire, from the largest to the smallest, began to whisper the same thing. "Earth is not weak." Earth is dangerous. The Varkhan Empire called an emergency council. Holomaps of the galaxy floated in the center of the chamber, showing fleet positions, war zones, and most importantly the location of Earth. Alien commanders argued fiercely. They have no allies, a Varkhan admiral snapped. They cannot possibly have enough power to threaten the entire galaxy. But they do, hissed another officer. Every time we strike, our scouts disappear. Every probe sent to monitor them fails. They are hidden, patient, and intelligent. Far beyond what we expected. Across the void, other empires joined the discussion. The largest fleets in the galaxy gathered near the edge of human-controlled space. Massive warships bristled with weapons, shields glowing faintly under alien energy. The alliance of empires believed they could strike first, overwhelm Earth, and finally remove this new, unpredictable threat. They were wrong. On Earth, Commander Elena Voss watched the approaching fleets on massive holographic displays. Her team analyzed the data, predicting every possible movement. They did not panic. They had patience, strategy, and knowledge no alien fleet could match. The aliens think they can rush us, Elena said, voice calm but firm. But they underestimate our patience. We do not strike blindly. We strike with precision. Every move they make, we have already predicted. In underground bunkers, scientists prepared the weapon systems. Smaller units were deployed near orbit, ready to intercept any alien ship that came too close. Humans had built not only a weapon of unimaginable power but also a network of traps, decoys, and surveillance. Every alien move could be countered. Every strategy anticipated. The first wave of alien ships approached cautiously. Scouts scanned for anomalies, but none could detect the hidden weapon networks surrounding Earth. Communications between alien commanders grew tense. Keep your distance, one ordered. Do not trigger them. We must understand this before we attack. But even as they tried to maintain caution, subtle failures occurred. Ships attempting reconnaissance were disabled by invisible pulses, their systems fried before any response could occur. Panic spread among the younger alien officers. Some whispered, "How can one planet do this?" Elena smiled quietly at the display. Every failure, every tiny setback for the aliens was planned. They had studied every report, every fleet movement, every historical tactic. And now, in the final moment before confrontation, humans were ready. Across the galaxy, fleets began to prepare for battle. Energy beams charged. Shields glowed. Alien admirals called their crews to stations. All assumed they were in control. They were not. Earth remained calm. Cities were damaged but recovering. Humans moved in coordination, silent and efficient. Satellites monitored the alien movements, feeding data into the weapon networks. Every calculation was perfect. Every strike anticipated. Then the first incident occurred. A single alien ship ventured too close, testing the defenses. Within seconds its systems failed. It drifted helplessly, unable to fire, unable to move. The alien crew panicked, sending frantic messages to their fleet. "Do not approach," came the command. "They are stronger than we expected." And still humans did not strike directly. They watched. They waited. Patience was the weapon no alien had considered. In the council chambers of the alien alliance, fear began to creep in. "We cannot fight blindly," said one admiral. "If we push too hard we may lose entire fleets. And Earth, they are not attacking, yet we fear them." Elena's team prepared for the next phase. The weapon's full potential was still hidden. Small, controlled strikes had proven humanity's strength. Now, the galaxy would see that humans were not only powerful but also clever. From orbit, humans could see the alien fleets gathering. Massive ships formed lines, energy cores glowing, weapons primed. It was a show of power meant to intimidate. And yet, the humans were ready. Every plan, every possible counter had been simulated. Every alien tactic, every historical strategy had been accounted for. The galaxy waited. The empires hesitated. And Earth, quiet and patient, prepared for the moment when the balance would shift forever. One thing was clear: the humans had not revealed their full strength. And when they did, the galaxy would learn a lesson it would never forget. The galaxy held its breath. Alien fleets had gathered, their massive ships bristling with weapons, shields glowing, energy cores humming. Every empire assumed they were in control. Every commander believed they could strike Earth and remove the tiny, insignificant threat once and for all. They were wrong. On Earth, deep beneath the surface, Commander Elena Voss watched the alien fleets through a network of satellites and sensors. Her eyes scanned the lines of approaching ships, calculating distance, energy output, and every possible attack pattern. The humans had been patient, careful, waiting for this exact moment. Dr. Ilya Korsov turned to her, excitement and tension in his voice. All systems are stable. The weapon is ready. This will show the galaxy that humans are not to be underestimated. Elena nodded. Begin Phase 1. Above the planet, satellites and probes activated. Streams of energy flowed from hidden networks, invisible to alien sensors. Then, with a silent pulse, the weapon struck the first wave of ships. The effect was instantaneous. Alien ships' energy cores overloaded, systems shut down and weapons went dark. Entire squadrons vanished from the stars in seconds, leaving nothing but drifting debris. The alien crews panicked. What is happening?" yelled an officer aboard a Varkon flagship. "Our systems, they're dead." "How?" But there was no visible attacker. No human ships in sight. Only Earth, calm and silent, seemed to watch. Elena's team monitored the strikes carefully. Each alien fleet disabled, each vessel neutralized without any loss of human life. It was precision beyond imagination. The humans were not just powerful, they were surgical, controlled, and unstoppable. Across the galaxy, panic spread like wildfire. Admirals argued furiously. "Pull back," one ordered. "We cannot fight this. They are too strong." "You said it was impossible," whispered another officer. "One planet, one species, and yet they are destroying our fleets without even showing themselves." On Earth, the second phase began. Hidden weapons fired in synchronized patterns, intercepting reinforcements. Alien ships that tried to retreat were disabled before they could reach safety. Fleets that once laughed at humanity now trembled at every reading from their sensors. The galaxy was learning a lesson no empire wanted to hear. Humans were not weak. Humans were not to be underestimated. And now the full power of their weapon was clear. Elena watched the display as alien commanders tried desperately to coordinate counterattacks. "They cannot see us," she said quietly. "They have no idea where it comes from. And every strike, every ship, reminds them how powerless they are." Alien fleets attempted to flee, to regroup, to find safety. But the humans anticipated it all. Hidden energy pulses blocked escape routes, neutralized engines and scrambled communications. Ships collided in confusion, entire formations broke apart, and fear consumed every alien heart. This cannot be," Commander Yalrek growled. "They are not even fighting. And yet our fleets are gone. How is this possible?" From orbit, Earth's cities glowed softly under the night sky. Humanity did not celebrate loudly. Their victory was quiet, precise, deliberate. The galaxy was afraid, and that fear was the most powerful weapon of all. Elena turned to her team. "Phase 3, she said. "Begin containment patterns. Let them see the power we hold. Let them fear us but not yet know our limits." Hidden arrays fired again, this time creating energy fields that disabled entire alien warship shields. Massive vessels drifted helplessly, lights flickering, weapons dead. Across every empire, disbelief and terror spread. No one could understand it. No one could stop it. And yet humans remained calm. Their patience, intelligence and planning had allowed them to turn the galaxy's greatest fleets into helpless targets. All without risking a single life. The first full demonstration of Earth's weapon was complete. Entire fleets had been neutralized. Alien commanders scrambled for answers, but there were none. Fear had replaced arrogance. Respect had replaced laughter. And the humans, still hidden and patient, prepared for what would come next. The galaxy would never underestimate Earth again. The humans had shown the impossible, and the empires had learned a truth they could not ignore. A weapon so powerful, so precise, and so intelligent could only come from one species, humans. Elena looked at the stars and smiled. The galaxy was theirs to watch, not yet conquer, but to observe. And when humanity chose to reveal the full extent of their power, no one would ever dare challenge them again. The warning had been sent. The fear had been planted. And Earth waited, patient and calm, for the moment the galaxy would finally understand. Humans were not just survivors. Humans were masters of their destiny. The galaxy was silent. For the first time in centuries, alien fleets held back, unsure, fearful and trembling. Entire empires that had once laughed at Earth now looked to the small blue planet with awe and apprehension. Humanity had shown its power, and the message was clear: do not underestimate Earth. Deep underground, Commander Elena Voss watched the final reports come in. Her weapon had achieved everything planned. Entire fleets had been neutralized. Alien commanders had been humbled. And yet Earth had not attacked. No planet had been destroyed. No life had been unnecessarily harmed. Humanity's restraint was as powerful as its firepower. Dr. Ilya Korsov approached Elena, his eyes wide with pride. "They understand now," he said softly. "They fear us. And yet, they cannot fully grasp our strength. We have sent the warning but not the full reality." Elena nodded. "That is how it must be. The galaxy must respect us, not hate us. Fear is temporary. Respect lasts." Across the stars, alien fleets began to retreat. Commanders sent messages to their empires, carefully worded reports describing the humans' power and intelligence. They did not exaggerate. They did not lie. They could not. Every sensor, every record had captured the truth. Humans were beyond expectation. In the Varkon Council chambers, Commander Yalrek paced nervously. "They are not attacking," he muttered. "They could destroy us completely, yet they wait. Why?" An older officer spoke quietly, almost in reverence. "Because they are humans. Because they are patient. They have shown strength without cruelty. That is what makes them dangerous. That is what makes them extraordinary." On Earth, life returned to normal. Cities rebuilt. Scientists returned to their labs. Engineers continued to develop technology, always careful, always precise. The humans had demonstrated their power, but they had also shown restraint. The galaxy had learned that Earth did not strike blindly. Humanity acted with purpose, intelligence, and mercy. And yet, even in calm, the humans did not rest. New designs, new weapons, and new strategies were being developed. The galaxy had seen only a fraction of their potential. One day the full scope of human power would be revealed, but for now restraint was key. Patience, strategy, and quiet preparation would ensure survival and dominance without unnecessary destruction. Alien fleets, meanwhile, began to adapt. They studied the humans, trying to predict behavior, trying to understand the species that had humbled them all. They would never forget the day Earth had silently but decisively shown its power. Back underground, Elena stood before her team. "We have sent a message," she said. "A warning, not a threat. The galaxy will respect us. And when the time comes, when humanity chooses, no one will question our strength again." The team nodded. They understood the meaning. Humanity had survived. Humanity had triumphed, not through aggression but through intelligence, courage, and careful planning. They had shown the impossible, and the galaxy had learned a lesson it would never forget. Outside, the night sky over Earth was calm. Stars glittered like distant jewels, hiding the chaos that had just passed. Planets far away would speak in whispers of the humans' power for generations. The galaxy had feared what it could not understand, and that fear had transformed into respect. Yet even in the quiet, humans remained vigilant. The stars held dangers that no one could predict, and the humans would be ready. The weapon, the strategies, and the patience had all prepared them for the challenges ahead. For now, Earth stood not as a planet to be conquered, but as a symbol of power, restraint, and intelligence. A single world had taught the galaxy a lesson: never underestimate humanity. And somewhere in the darkness of space, silent signals pulsed from Earth, reminders that humans watched, waited, and planned. The galaxy would never know when the next act of human ingenuity would appear. But one thing was certain: when it did, the stars themselves would tremble. The humans had arrived. The galaxy had seen their power. And humanity's story was only beginning. The galaxy was burning. Massive fleets clashed among the stars, their weapons lighting up the void like deadly fireworks. Entire planets were aflame, cities reduced to molten ash within minutes. The screams of civilizations echoed through the emptiness, unheard by anyone except the few who survived the devastation. Panic spread faster than fire. Every empire, every race was desperate. None could stop the chaos. Among the chaos, one world seemed insignificant. Small. Weak. The humans there were nothing compared to the great alien civilizations that now tore the galaxy apart. Commanders of the Varkon Empire laughed at reports of human cities, saying, "They cannot even defend their own planet. Why worry about them?" And yet, for reasons none of them understood, something was stirring on Earth. In the midst of the war, the alien fleet sensors picked up a strange pattern. A signal. Quiet. Almost imperceptible. At first, they assumed it was interference, a fluke in their scanners. But the readings persisted. And then they noticed something even stranger. The signal was organized, deliberate, almost like a message. "Impossible," Commander Yalrek hissed as he stared at the display. "This cannot be human. Their technology is primitive. They should not even have this capability." His officers exchanged worried glances. In the war, humans had been written off as insignificant. Yet here, in the middle of an empire-spanning battle, Earth had spoken. Somehow, quietly, it had sent a message the galaxy could not understand. Across the burning systems, fleets continued their destruction, but now a subtle panic had begun. Reports came in from distant scouts, energy readings that could not be traced, minor anomalies that did not match any known weapon, ships disappearing in the blink of an eye. And each time, sensors traced them back to a single origin: Earth. The Varkhan Empire's council met in urgent session. Holographic maps of galaxies showed where their forces had been destroyed, where humans might be, where strange signals had emerged. No one could make sense of it. "They are not attacking," one general said. "At least not yet." "Then what is this?" demanded Yalrek. His clawed hand trembled slightly over the map. "Why now? Why send signals in the middle of the galaxy's greatest war?" The room fell silent. None had an answer. The humans had always seemed small, weak, and unimportant. Their fleets were tiny, their technology basic. And yet, now, even a single signal from them could make a great empire pause in fear. On Earth, nothing seemed extraordinary. Cities were damaged but alive. Human engineers and scientists worked tirelessly, repairing infrastructure, communicating quietly with each other. They did not know the galaxy was watching. They did not know the empires laughing at them were now uneasy. Aboard the Varkhan flagship, the alien officers could not hide their suspicion. Sensors tried to interpret the signal, but nothing matched any language, any code, any pattern they knew. And the signal continued, steady and calm, as if Earth itself were waiting, patient and unafraid. "Could it be alive?" one of the younger officers whispered, almost in fear. "Alive," Yarek snapped. "It is a planet, not a mind. You are insane." But the unease lingered. Everywhere they looked, strange readings hinted at power they could not comprehend. Even their most advanced AI systems failed to decode the transmissions. Something was hidden in that signal. Something terrifying, though no one could yet see it. Across the galaxy, in other empires, whispers spread. "The humans, they may not be as weak as we thought." Some laughed nervously. Others studied old intelligence reports. Every report, every record, confirmed the same thing. Humans were small, their fleets insignificant. Yet the signal suggested otherwise. No one knew what Earth had prepared. No one could guess the plan unfolding silently beneath their notice. And that uncertainty, that fear of the unknown, was spreading faster than the war itself. From the surface of Earth, the night sky was calm. Stars twinkled peacefully, hiding the chaos that raged across the galaxy. Humanity's future was uncertain, but they were ready. Quietly, in their labs and stations, humans moved with purpose. They knew the aliens were watching, and they knew the galaxy underestimated them. The signal continued to pulse, faint yet unmistakable. To alien eyes, it was mysterious, unsettling, a whisper of power from a world they had dismissed. And the galaxy, wide and violent as it was, began to pause. For the first time, the empires feared something they had ignored. "Prepare the fleets," Yalrek ordered reluctantly. "If the humans are sending this, we must be ready. Whatever is coming, it will not be small." And in the distance, across the void of space, Earth waited. Silent, patient, hidden. A small world, underestimated by the entire galaxy. Yet something stirred there, something that would soon change everything. No one knew exactly what, but the signal was a warning. The humans were not gone. They were not weak. And whatever lay ahead, would leave the galaxy in awe.